So we are one jump away from the first destination, and as I mentioned in the last video, I am doing them in completely the different order to what I showed yeah, in that one. So this next jump takes me to where all of the sinuous tubers are, and the more observant of you may have noticed in that video, if we bring up the galaxy map, that I had already been here, because I could bring up the system map. Now, I was not among the more observant, and I didn't even notice that. But yeah, this is a system that I have been to before, which means that the chances of me being able to find these particularly these new sinuous tubers, I'm not going to find them as easily as I thought. Because, well, we don't need to worry about these planets because we can't land on them. So you look at first mapped, and they're nearly all Project Zero apart from these last couple here. So John Tass. And one of the first ways of checking where the particular biological or geological signal that you want to find might be is to see who first mapped the system or the planet. So yeah, we have Project Zero or John Tass, and then going into the codex, looking up the particular one you're going to be going after and seeing who reported it. And of course there is going to be no sign of the two names here, because that system had been scanned and all the planets mapped before these four here were added to the game. So that method doesn't work. So what I am going to have to do, I suspect, is go through each, that's the system I'm in, is go through each of the planets individually and check. Now this one I have mapped, which means I'll map that one as well, and that, and that. Did I map them all? No, I didn't map any of these. Okay, I'll map those two, but not these two. So there's only two that I haven't mapped. But it's not going to give me any locations until I'm actually in the system. So I don't even have the luxury, apart from these two, of being able to map them and saying, right, okay, I think it could be that one. I've got to go through every single fucking planet and then check every single fucking biological signal that I encounter and hope that it is going to be one of those new sinuous tubers. So I could theoretically be here for hours. What fun. So here we are. This is the system then that contains all the sinuous tubers and all the variants within this region. So I guess we may as well start at the beginning. There are certainly going to be jump cuts here. I would not force you to sit through the whole searching process, because this, say, could go on for ages. Right, there's no biological signals on planet 1, so we can straight away forget that one. Let's go on to planet 2. See what we have here. We did say I had mapped it. It looks like there are no signals of any kind here. And clearly I have mapped it. Right, so 2 comes up with nothing. 3 you cannot land on. Can't land on 4 either. Or 5. Try 5A, moon. Even though this ship has pretty good jump range, 76 light years, I'm surprised at how quickly I got here. I only started yesterday and I arrived late last night. It was only 105 jumps. So yeah, that went pretty well. Now it's really going to slow down. I'm not sure if I actually scanned planet 5A. Clearly I have. It's geological, unless that is planet 5 that it's looking at. No, it's just coming up now with the display. There you go, so I did do 5A. Right, 6. Looks like 6 is the last planet, yeah, around this particular star. So we may be having to check out the secondary star, which thankfully is not that far away. It's not even 1,000 light seconds away. Now, like I say, we can discard planets AB1, AB2 and AB3 because you can't land on any of them, so there's no point or no need to check those. But this is certainly making it easier. I mean, I thought I was going to be absolutely surrounded by biological signals and was then going to have to check out, well, hundreds of the fucking things. Closer, still no sign of any, no, so there is nothing actually on here. So they must be around the secondary star. So we'll do that in order. Start with B1. So I have to remember which of these I had not mapped yet. In fact, I think B1 might be one of them. We'll soon find out. Okay, so I've mapped 1 and 2, so it's 3, 4 and 5 I have not mapped, so we'll have a look what we've got here. Biological 8. Let's see what is on B2. B2 is only geological. Right, now I've got a pen and paper here because normally I would do it the rather slow and laborious way of checking all of the signals in order. But that means a lot of pouncing about, travelling around and everything else, just to get from signal 1 to 2, because they're never like right next to each other. So you got the planet here, so signal 1 will be here, signal 2 will be right round the other side, signal 3 back over near where 1 is, 4 will be here, and they're all just totally scattered. There is no order to them. So yeah, doing it that way of checking out the signals in order is, it takes a fucking age. And it's very unlikely that that signal is actually there. There we go. This is where it really is. And it is, at least on the daylight side.
Orbital flight engaged.
Well, that daylight does seem to be a bit of a relative thing, because it's okay. It's as dark as fucking anything. I'm gonna need to use the. Looks like he's right on the side of a rather high mountain range. Very low gravity, so I don't have to worry too much about the speed that I'm approaching. Oh fuck, well that's not saying is they're now behind this fucking mountain, are they? Looks like it. They're all on the other side of the mountain here, so I'm going to fly around them. That almost looks like it's saying they are inside it. It's fucking good of them. Okay, let's fly over the top of it. Ah, here we are. Tell you what, stuff trying to get the SRV to scan these. Well, they are sinuous tubers, that is for certain. What type though? Well, it is a new type. So that is the violaceum sinuous tubers. But yeah, we can't really see them too good. And there's no way I can land anywhere around here and take a look at them in the SRV. So, well, you can sort of make them out, just. There we go. That is... So we found these ones at the first source we went to, which is more than fucking handy. So, right, what's... Alright, so yeah, these. Okay, so 3 more to find. I guess we'll check the next biological signal, which is signal 5. Right, so we'll just make a note of that. 4 done. 5. That's the next one. How far away? 300 kilometers. Be that bad getting there.
4, 3, 2, 1,
It has actually been a while since I've done any of this searching for planet-side biological or geological signals. Purely because I've not needed to. I mean, aside from when these new sinuous tubers were added, there was only one signal type that I didn't have. Or one codex entry rather, that I didn't have for the inner Orion spur, and that was a Class O supergiant star, and that's down to another cuntish fucking way that they've been done in the game, because it's either Alnitak or Mintaka. In this game they are classed as Class O supergiants, but I'd already been to both those systems, so going back there it didn't add it as a star type because it was a system I'd already scanned. So I have to hope that somewhere out there within the inner Orion spur region there is another Class O supergiant which I can scan and add to the codex, and only then will I finally have everything in the inner Orion spur actually catalogued. Well, these are all on the fucking mountainside as well. It's still a fair distance away, so I'm not going to be picking up anything yet. other side of the mountain as well. Okay, right, they're all around here. Again, certainly not going to be getting out in the SRV around here. I still can't even see the fucking things. Oh, here we go. So, what type are these? There's another new kind. Lindigoticum. Lindigoticum. Yeah, well, anyway, it's those type. Can't see a fucking thing. Hang on, I think, yeah, we're over here. There's a bit of light here. So, there we are. So that's those. So that's these. So yeah, even in the picture there in the corner, they look very similar. So will those ones, but these, yeah, green, the viride or viridi. I have a feeling the Blatium will be the next ones I find. Hopefully they'll be on this planet. Right, so that's signal 5. That also yielded results which I'm quite happy about. So next one is signal 6. So this time they are all appearing in order. Alright, let's see what's there. I did want to be getting into the SRV and driving around them, but because of the location of those two, yeah, that wasn't going to happen. So hopefully, these last two variants, I will be able to do that with. Fucking lighter is dying. That was quite quick for that lighter. Alrighty, where are you? There you are. Not very far at all. Does look like, I mean, this is about as bright as this planet gets, I think. So again, right around this fucking mountain range. Doesn't look as bad as the last two though. Hopefully I can land somewhere and actually get out in the SRV for this one. Don't even think I need the hang on. Right, alright, so I won't be landing here. Fucking look at that. Compared to the last one, I say this one looks relatively, you know, the sloping looks relatively gentle, but yeah, just trying to find a spot where I can land a fucking anaconda. No shortage of them. another new type. This is... so this is the Blatchin one. Yeah, I said that would be the next one. So again, they look quite similar to the last two. So the varied ones that I particularly want to see, because they're the variant that really stand out. They're the last of them. That is now the only Sinuous tuber variant I have not yet had the chance to check out. Now that picture, mind you, oh look, they're all on completely flat plains. Yeah, well, it certainly hasn't been the case here. I was going to say that picture suggests that I may be out to land at the next one. Clearly not. Right, so biological 1. Now this is where obviously, because I mean now the chances are 5 to 1 against me finding the right variant. So this is where I'm going to start encountering types that I've already got logged, and this is where it's going to now take a while, I think, to find the right
Frameshift drive charging.
the right object.
4, 3, 2, 1, engage.
Right, we'll try signal 1 anyway and see how we do. Because this is obviously the planet where I found the original Sinuous tubers, because it's the only one that I scanned. Well, actually I scanned Planet 2 as well, but that's because they're in such close orbit to each other, and Planet 2 had no biological signals anyway. But I didn't bother scanning, or mapping I should say, Planets 3, 4 and 5, obviously because I didn't need to. Now I had found what I came here for, so I ignored them. Hopefully I'll be able to do the same again here. What an angle am I coming in at? Look at this. I can't fucking make that. I've got to get further away from it. Is that far enough? I think we can safely say that's a resounding not even fucking close. I'm going to have to get a lot further away and then come back in again. To 400 kilometers, 450, and hope that's enough. Yeah, that's okay. Again, okay, there is sunlight, but again it's very dark, so again I don't really need that. again, I certainly won't be going out in the SRV around here. So there they all are. What ones are they? Ones, platoons again. This is where it gets annoying. So one is out, but I have now scanned half of the signal sources. So what's the next one? Biological 6 I've already done. Biological 4 I've done. Biological 3. Alright, that's the next one. Right, I think this is a good place for a jump cut, and we'll be back when we arrive at the next signal source. Right, well, this one slightly fucked up the approach. I like to be within 100 kilometres before glide is engaged. I was a bit outside that, but we should be alright anyway. Again on the side of a mountain, so not much chance of taking the SRV out. This looks like being about as well lit as the planet gets. I'll just bung the lights on. Hoping they're this side of this fucking mountain. It looks like it's a faint hope. Yeah. Fucking knew it. Oh, right, there's some around here though. Can we see them? They are. Well, they certainly do not look like the variety. No, they're not. So this is the wrong type again. These are platinum again. Right, so that's signal 3, no good. 5, 6 we've done. 1 we've done. 4 done. Right, number 2. Okay, so we are now approaching biological signal number 2. Again, on the mountainside. They must surely all be on mountainsides on this planet. Got to be approaching the right side. So, well, how the fucking hell is it? Right, okay, I see. Yeah, alright, there's some on the top here anyway, so that's alright. Scan things are not looking promising. Why did I just put the fucking lights on? Yeah, these are the wrong fucking type again. These. Violation. So signal number 2 is no fucking good. So all that's left now, signal 7 and then 8. Alright, onto signal 7, and well, as you can see, we're now into the night side. Cannot see a fucking thing, so I have no idea if these are on the side of a mountain or what. Need to get closer. Because this means that even if they are on a flat area, if I went out in the SRB, we're not going to see a great deal anyway. Well, it is pretty flat by the looks of it. Well, I'll tell you what, because we haven't exactly had a close look at any of them yet, we'll put down anyway. The signal's the wrong time, so I'm going to have to check out signal 8. It's the only one I've not been to. Now, is there going to be somewhere where I can land this fucking thing?
Landing gear deployed.
It's unsuitable terrain as far as the eye can see. Flattest part of the area by a distance, and I can't land there, so the chances of me being able to put down are, I'd say, slim. I think they're fucking non-existent. Look at it, it don't look that bad. Then you put the light down and then you see, yeah. I don't know if I'd be able to land in a fucking sidewinder, let alone this thing. Well, this is the best view we've had of them so far. But, yeah. Well, if the
landing gear retracted.
Viridian ones are on this planet, they have to be at signal 8 because that's the only one I've not been to so far. And to be honest, I think that means they are not on this particular planet. So although we started off going pretty quickly, it did not last very long.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1, engage.
And now, yeah, this is where it really slows down. Because if they're not on here, I've now got to map the other planets around the secondary star. check every single biological signal that I encounter. And there's 3 planets to do. So when your codex is, you know, empty or as near as damn it empty, it's not such a problem because everything you find is a new codex entry. But when you are down to only looking for one particular thing, then yeah, not so great. I want to misjudge how far I needed to go, but I think I've also got myself in a position where, oh no.
Orbital flight engaged.
Again, it's a much flatter area than all the previous ones had been, except the last one. Will I be able to set down though? Probably not. But we'll give it a try. Bump up out rather shitty shields, but you never know. The way I fly, we could end up hitting the ground pretty hard. See, this place, this area doesn't look so flat after all. So we're out of range. Can't see anything. These look the wrong colour. Yeah, they're definitely the wrong colour. So these are black ones again. But let's have a go at landing here.
Landing gear deployed.
Oh, well, this doesn't look anywhere near as bad as the last place. There we go. Oh, I fucking hate it when it does this. I'm down. It said alignment okay, but there we go. Right, let's take a look.
Drive assist. Low gravity warning.
There we are. Getting all these molecular screws and everything else which you can shoot off and collect materials from. Chromium. I won't be collecting any of them. I'll show you why soon. gross, really crappy grade ones. Anyway, let's have a close look at these are the platinum types, aren't they? But I'm not going to waste too much time driving around them because these are no good to me. They're not the really ones. Yeah, like I was saying, I wasn't going to bother picking up any of the materials dropped because this is where all of the elemental, raw materials and manufactured materials are stored, and I am maxed on every single one of them, including those that you get from Guardians and Thargoids. And when it comes to the encodeds, I am again maxed on all of the tradable ones. When it comes to Guardians, yeah, I'm not maxed on any of the blueprints. I am maxed out on the obelisk, pattern data, the alpha, beta, delta, gamma, epsilon ones, but not the blueprints. And when it comes to the Thargoids, yeah, so nowhere near on that, halfway with those. And yeah, nowhere with them. The only Thargoid one I am maxed out on is wake data. I was quite chuffed to get that until I then checked on Inara and saw that they are not used in anything at all, like absolutely fuck all nothing, so it was a bit pointless. So anyway, yeah, so that's why I won't be bothering going after materials, because I don't need any. Well, there we go. So that's all of the biological signals on this planet checked out, and there's no Viridian ones. So right, B2 we know is only geological. I'll do them in order, so I'll do B3, even though B4 is closer. We'll see how we get on there.
Landing gear retracted.
Okay. Another jump cut, I think, and we'll be back when we've found some more biological signals, or rather, when we've found, hopefully, the right kind.
Frameshift drive charging. Surface scanned by 50%. Surface scan complete. Surface scanned by 50%. Surface scan complete.
sources on B3 or B4, which means they must be on B5, which is an icy world, but according to the description in the codex, they're not found on icy worlds. There's better not be another fuck up with, like there was with the proto-Lagrange clouds around Colonia, where the codex says that they are there, and it turns out they are not. If this game tells me the Commander TARDIS has come online once more,
Surface scanned by 50%. Surface scan complete.
and nothing here. So there are no biological signals on B5, B4 or B3. B2 has nothing but geological. B1, I have checked all of the signal sources on B1. None of them are the Viridian type. And we went through all of the A's, and there are none there. A1 is nothing but geological, A5A is nothing but geological. The others say there aren't any. Okay, well, I'll scan the A's again. Have a look at the system map. So yeah, we can't land on those, so they're not going to be on any of them. Locations, none. Locations is still saying scanning. Scanning. Okay, it's saying scanning for those as well, so I've obviously got to be in range. Well, I know it is sometimes slow to update, but you know, not that slow. Could it be then that B2 and B3, or B3 and B4 do have some, and it's just not showing yet? No, B4 and B3 can't have any because they would have been showing by now. So the only thing I can do is try scanning. A1 has been done, they're all showing. A2, I mean I've already mapped. Yeah, you have mapped this planet. Not map that one. You can't land on it anyway. Not have map that. Have map that. Have map that. I think this is as good a time as any to say this video is coming to an end. Now go away. Okay. Well, I've done a bit of digging around, and as a result, I am going back to biological signal 7 on the planet B1 because it was the only planet where I was able to land, and it might make things a bit easier. But I found something that was posted on Reddit. Now I know Reddit is not hugely reliable and it is a sack of shits for the most part. But there was a post there that I saw where somebody else has encountered a very similar issue with the codex. Not exactly the same, but similar. And what they discovered was that even though the coloration of the particular item that he was looking for, the particular codex entry, which was Sinuous tubers again, but not here. If you scan individual ones, they have a habit of changing. In fact, it could even be that if you come back to a previously scanned area, which has given you, you know, one different type, you come back to it, and it will be a totally different type, you know, a totally different variant. The other thing is that while I was here and recording the previous video, I never encountered any Roseum Sinuous tubers, which is the one type that I had already seen and scanned in this system when I was here before. So I know they are here because my own codex entry says so, but I've not seen a single one since I came back here. So I mean, this is just fucking ludicrous. So as much as I hate the sound of it, it may need to be that not only do I have to scan each you know, each signal possibly multiple times, but maybe even having to scan each individual fucking tuber until I find the one that you know is right, which is just ridiculous. Almost as ridiculous as trying to fucking land. It's bad enough trying to land in a fucking asp. This is one thing I did not take into consideration with this ship. Well, I mean, look, I am down according to this, and the it was saying that the alignment was right and everything else. I mean, this is the game seems hell bent on pissing me off. See, so it said to change your there you go, it says to change right, let's get the alignment right, and nothing fucking happens. So the asp is the worst ship for that you know, going on. This game is really fucking me off today. Don't give me any more reason to get fucking pissed off with it. Alignment okay. And I am on the fucking ground. And then it says, oh. Even when I'd get, even, you know, if I managed to actually fucking land, which seems fucking unlikely at the moment, I mean, I could be wasting my time here because I'm going to have to be, you know, scanning all of these individual fucking tubers here, just on the off chance that one of them might actually be the one kind that I need to find. Well, let's give it a go. I'm sure this will be riveting.
Cargo scoop deployed.
Why I
Low
deployed
gravity warning.
cargo scoop. Okay. And the colour's not going to make any fucking difference. Because that's what he was saying in this post. And this post was only done 3 months ago. Even if the, you know, even if the... Yeah, even though the colour may be, you know, saying that it's one type, if you scan it, you could end up with a different type. There we go, straight away. Viridi, however you pronounce it, sinuous tuber. But look at it, that is not. You know, the name tells you straight away. It should be green. So there we are. So I now have all of the sinuous tubers there, but that's what they're supposed to look like. Well, there you go. That is the varied sinuous tuber that I scanned. It's not even remotely green. What a fucking piss take. Now, thankfully, as far as the 2 specific codex entries that I'm looking for, I should not have this sort of problem. Get back into the ship here and I'll explain why. So, we're looking at Hawking's Gap. So, with the amphora plants, there are no variants. It's either an amphora plant or it isn't, just the same as it is with bark mounts. So, this is actually the next system, or my next actual target system. Further from it here than I was when I actually started, but nevertheless this is where I will be going. Let's see how far into Hawking's Gap it is. It's right on the border, right on the edge. That's quite handy actually, because that means I'm not going to miss very much before I then need to start with you know, doing my random searches to find all the other signals in there. But also, the second codex entry that I want to check out, which again is in Hawking's Gap, is the Lagrange cloud, but there is only one type here, or at least only one that has been discovered, and that is the Crocesium storm cloud there. So because there are no other variants in this region, there's nothing for it to vary. It should be that one. At least that's how the theory goes. We'll see just how accurate that is when we get there. Of course, 3 anemone types, 5 sinuous tubers. Yeah. We could have some more issues there. Now anyway, that does mean, at least, that I have actually managed to find everything that I came to this system looking for. Albeit not in a very convincing way. Now what that post was also saying, and what's happened here seems to almost back it up, is that if you have such as you know I've got here with these sinuous tubers, if you have all of these like variants, no matter what signal you go to and you know which ones you scan, it will go through them in a sequence. So you will first get, say, Blatium, then the Lindigoticum, then Violaceum, then another Lindigotium, then Violaceum, then Blatium, then perhaps Roseum, and it will keep going through this sequence until you get to the Viride type. And it doesn't matter what, you know, the actual physical appearance is. So, you know, you're expecting Roseum to be red for obvious reasons, and you scan it and it will come up that you found a Viride. So perhaps, in fact this is something I will test at the next place that I go to find either anemones or sinuous tubers or whatever, any system where there is going to be, you know, a variety of signals. I will hopefully be able to land. I'll go out there and I will scan each of them individually and see what happens, see if it goes through them in a sequence. I have a horrible feeling it's going to, and that this post is quite right, which is fucking ridiculous. It doesn't explain the disappearing proto-Lagrange clouds that I had when I was last out around Colonia, but it may partly explain this. It's a staggeringly unsatisfying way of being able to find all of the, you know, sinuous tubers, but I have at least been able to do so. So, yeah, now I would be adding a video with, you know, my views from the telescope, but we still haven't had a fucking clear night. And tonight, even if it was absolutely crystal clear, which it most certainly is not, with all the fireworks going off, yeah, this would be a terrible time to be trying to use a telescope. So there isn't going to be a yeah, one of those videos on the end of this one. But I will be back when I get to the next destination, which is 103 jumps. So just 2 jumps less than it was to get here. And yeah, hopefully it won't be quite so annoying. And yeah, we should be able to see something, well, certainly something new for me. I've not seen any of these amphora plants yet. So, that's for next time. In the meantime, go away. Right, unexpected additional recording. I didn't realise how close I was to Eagle Nebula, so I made a short diversion so I can land here and we can see how much I've made so far. I don't think it's going to be a fortune, but well, I'd rather have them in the balance than not. Also interested in seeing, yeah, 170,000 already on the old integrity. I'm not going to bother repairing it because it just means I'm going to be spending more and more on integrity. So I'll just, you know, if once it reaches zero, that's it. It won't go down any further. So I'll just leave that as is. Let's take a look at what we've got here. Well, that's certainly a lot more than I thought it was going to be. So 24,661,194 on page 1. So there's one system that's 1.4 million. That one there, 1.269 million. See, it's more quantity than, you know, actually decent systems. Here's one here, 1.9 million. 1.59 million there. 2.5 million there. It's not bad. 1.3 million for that one. 6.9 million for this one. Well, there's a system that's definitely worth going to. So there you go, right, so page 1 then, 24,661,194. And we got some firsts. Although I think, yeah, these ones here are just like the first to be mapped or something. It's not going to really count. But that system there, yeah, plus 10,000 credit bonus. You really don't get an awful lot for your bonuses. But yeah, there you go. So that system there, 10 bodies. Looks like I was the first to map or scan those or whatever. Page 2, 24,885. So I've already made the best part of 50 million. Okay. So 1,435,000 for that one. $2.2 million there. Not bad. Just over $1 million there. 1.1 million there, 1.1 again there. 1.4 there, 2.1 there. Oh, I have to say it's a decent one. 4.9 million there. Certainly worth checking out. Don't know how many firsts I've got here. Well, I have got some. So again, looks like it's mostly, well, firsts, but not a complete system. But this one here is 25 bodies there. Oh, that's that one that I got 4.9 million for. So 25,000 credit bonus for that one. Okay, now even this page is 14.2 million. So I've made over 60 million already. So 2 million for that one, 1.2 million there. $7 million for that one. Okay, hell. Can't for life of me remember what was there, but There you go. So that's not even a full page. So that one that I made 7 million on didn't even have any firsts in it. Oh, there we go, some more firsts, more bonuses. And this system is too close. I don't quite know why I call it this. A distance of 1083 away. So that can't be right. Yeah, here we go. Okay, 13.48, yeah, that makes a lot more sense. So 2,814 for that system, yeah, that's not worth anything. So the balance now is at 10,698,300,723. Not bad. So this is just the first stop. So right, now we are definitely on our way to that system with the amphora plant. Let's just take a look and again see where it's going. Alright, so plot the route again. I've got it set so that I don't go through any M-class stars or any of the brown dwarf or proto stars, so it's probably not the most direct route, but it's the route I want to take, and it's 85 jumps, so that diversion really was small. It yeah, barely registered. Alright, okay, that'll do. That is definitely it for this video now. The next stop will be in that system with the amphora plants. So until then, go away.